Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. As you can see from the title, tonight's video is going to be a whispered ramble about the TV shows that I'm currently watching. So starting off, I have been watching the Ed Gein Monsters series. I was very interested and intrigued to watch this when I found out that it was being made, and once I'd watched the trailer, I definitely wanted to give it a watch. I'd watched the Jeffrey Dahmer series, but I hadn't watched the Menendez. I'm so uncultured. Brothers series, but I know that was hugely popular. I am gonna be honest, I don't remember. It very well could have been. I don't remember the Jeffrey Dahmer series. I don't remember finding that as unsettling as I'm finding the current Ed Gein series. I think that's how you pronounce his surname. Apologies if not, but I just find it. I never had an issue. I don't remember ever having an issue watching the Jeffrey Dahmer series like in bed before I went to sleep. Whereas with the Ed Gein one, I'm finding that I'm literally having to watch an episode every 2 or 3 days. And with the Jeffrey Dahmer one, I feel like I binged the entire series in one day. I just find it. I genuinely do think the voice plays a big part. I find the voice absolutely terrifying. I don't have an issue with thrillers or horrors, but I just think I don't know, like I can't explain it to you. It's so awful to say, like, because none of the Jeffrey Dahmer series wasn't an enjoyable one to watch, but it's not, it's like I need to mentally prepare to watch the show, whereas the other shows that I have to talk about on this list are things that are just like brain rot, you know, you can just put on and like it's not going to impact you in a negative way, it's not going to disrupt your sleep. I'm not that far into the series so far. I couldn't tell you what episode I'm on, but I know it's prior to a very, very, very disturbing scene that I've seen clips of on TikTok and had to swipe past really quickly. So I'm very much dreading getting to that point, but I can not tell you right now that that scene will be 100% getting skipped by me. I am honestly a person who, if I just find it deeply unsettling, I won't watch it, and I'll just move on to the next part and just pretend that never happened and didn't exist, which I know obviously isn't ideal considering this is real life. But like, for example, when I watched Killing Eve for the first time a few months ago, there was a scene with Villanelle and a cat, and I knew where it was going, you know, I knew 100% where the scene was going, and it just wasn't worth disturbing my peace for, you know, ignorance is bliss, in all honesty, in those circumstances. I don't really feel I need to put myself through that for the sake of a TV show, because we all know it's heavily dramatised, and obviously Ryan Murphy's got a crazy mind with what he did with AHS and things like that. But yeah, I definitely think I'm going to finish it, but it's just going to take me longer than it did the Jeffrey Dahmer show. But I definitely preferred the Jeffrey Dahmer one, not only for the fact that I don't remember it being as unsettling as this one, but also for the fact that, and I've heard a few people say this, and if you're watching it, please let me know, the flickering, because Ed Gein influenced Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Psycho. It's flickering between the actual Ed Gein story, which I'm being completely honest, that's what I'm watching it for, and then to Alfred Hitchcock posing the idea of Psycho, and I can't get my head around that. And obviously I'm not in the film or TV industry, my opinion is completely irrelevant because I don't know what I'm talking about, but I feel like they could have transitioned it in a better way. I feel like my mind is being picked up from one place of obviously watching the Ed Gein story and learning about what he did, to then being placed in a world where they're making films. Like, it just it does not sit right with me, and that's another reason, in all honesty, why I'm probably struggling to get through it, because it just doesn't seem to flow as effortlessly as other series. I'm presuming the Menendez brothers series was the same as the Dharma series, where it just was the story of them and what happened. But yeah, I've heard that the reason for that is because, and I don't know how true this is because they don't know enough about Ed Gein, but I could be totally wrong. But yeah, that's the first show that I'm currently watching. The next one is Big Brother, a very stark contrast to the Ed Gein series. It's a Big Brother UK. I'm not entirely sure on the series number, but obviously they rebooted it a couple of years ago, and I'm not gonna lie, I am gonna finish it, but I'm just so over every series being the exact same. They've got the same stereotypical people in there. You can just tell their intentions. They want two of the young ones to fall in love because it makes great TV, but every other conversation, because they again bring somebody in with stark different, with political beliefs in stark contrast to the political beliefs of everybody else, to cause controversy, and then Big Brother intervenes and inevitably forces the housemate to be evicted, like forcibly evicts the housemate. It's just, I'm just so over it. Like, it's so obvious that they're doing it for the viewership, and yeah, it's not like old Big Brother when it used to be on Channel 5 and there was natural drama about the shopping list or about the fact that a housemate had to publicly nominate, it's things like that that I miss, and that's what the new Big Brother's missing. I find Big Brother itself intervenes too much into the housemates as well. It should be a social experiment. Leave them to get on, leave them to solve their own issues, and that's how it should be. But for some reason it's not like that anymore, so I think after this series airs, I don't think I'm going to continue watching. I potentially see who's on the celebrity one, and if it's nobody that I like, I think I'll be giving it a miss. The next thing that I have to talk about is a very, very, very new thing that honestly I can't talk too much about because I've only watched one episode, and that is Celebrity Traitors UK. Now, I know you're probably expecting me to have watched Traitors original, but I haven't, and the main reason that I'm watching this one is because of the FOMO that I get when the regular series of Traitors airs, and absolutely everybody is talking about it, and I've got zero idea what's going on. So I didn't want it to be the case with Celeb Traitors. So like I said, I've watched one episode, which was last night's. The next episode is on tonight. Obviously you're not going to see this until Saturday night. Tonight's currently Thursday night. I'm very happy with who Claudia picked to be. Claudia is the show host. With who Claudia picked to be the traitors. Very happy with that. There's one of them who genuinely reminds me of what I would be like if I had to be a traitor. I'd be stressed out to the max, and I'd constantly be giving myself away. But yeah, it's really good so far, and it's one of those TV shows where I'm now questioning, how have I not watched this sooner? I did the exact same thing with Celeb SAS. That's one of my all-time favourite reality sort of TV shows. And I'm doing it at this, like, it's so good. And it's on in around 15 minutes, so after I film this, I will definitely be watching, as well as Big Brother. But yeah, I'm very, very, very much enjoying Celeb Traitors, and obviously seeing how this series goes, I will most definitely end up watching the regular, with just regular people, version as well. But I know that I think there's an Irish version that's just been launched, and I know that there's an American version, and it's gonna bother me like crazy because I know the name of the person who hosts the American one, but for some reason it's not coming to me. I think it's actually like, no, I don't want to say in case I feel like that might be a scientist. Race USA, purely because I just think the US one and the UK one are stark different TV shows, in all honesty. Obviously you've got the same format, same judges, etc. But I like the British nature. I like the fact that they have the Rupeeta badge as like representation of the Blue Peter badge, and I like the fact they have Graham Norton and Alan Carr on it. That's the side of it that I love, the fact that they've kept it so quintessentially British. But I'm gonna be honest, and again I'm being an absolute Debbie Downer, this year's cast I am just so unimpressed with so far. I think honestly the looks that they've had in the previous 2 or 3 weeks, I think it's been over 2 weeks, compared to previous looks in previous seasons, they would have been safe. All of them would have just been safe, or completely and utterly awful like some of them have been. I'm just not that impressed with any of them this year. I really do not think that it's a very strong lineup, which again is making me sound like a hater, but it's just the truth compared to what I've seen from other seasons. And again, I'm not obviously a drag queen, so I don't have really a platform to say anything because I don't know what it's like. But from what I've seen beforehand, as a TV watcher, as an enjoyer of Drag Race UK, it's just